I mean, after Fast Five, Jason Statham, that's enough of that shit. He always does that when I'm trying to give an interview. He's like, what can I do to sabotage DJ? It was time to spin off the Hobbs and Shaw movie because we finally found, I think, the creative inroad. What if we kind of pivoted a little bit and had somewhat of a throwback feel? Lethal Weapon, like what if we bought that kind of nostalgia and vintage element back?
It was just one of those things. We wanted to sort of take these two characters and put them in some kind of mad situation and, you know, see what kind of fireworks happen.
Jason loves what he does, and he brings that passion to the game, which is why, you know, we are just magnets that can actually come together. Because that's the whole crux and heartbeat of our movie is this chemistry and also creating just something fun and comedic for the fans.
All of the stuff is just funny. We get to play these over-the-top sort of characters that don't want to be in the same room as each other, and we get to do that and take the lid off, and it's a lot of fun.
Access granted. Access denied. Access denied.
There were times on set where I would have him laughing so hard, where he would have to stop, we'd have to stop the take, and he'd say, I can't do it, I can't. He would just, David, please, he had to cut. It's beautiful.
I like the days when he's not around, because I get to, you know, be the big cheese then.
Who's going to be the great antagonist? Who is out there? I could count them all on one hand. We put them all up on the whiteboard, and it all distilled down to one man. Idris Elba.
I wanted to be a part of this movie because, one, I'm a fan of the franchise. Every time I saw one of these films, I was like, I want to be in one of them one day. And especially when you're talking about a film like this, where the action is a real temperature of the movie. So my character gets to, really kick ass and do some extreme stuff. And there's this one moment where I literally leap off something and jump onto my bike as it's moving. But we actually did the thing. It was great, man. It was just like, what? And then, land, off we go. It was great.
There's some action sequences in this movie that are not only stellar, but are also at times groundbreaking, that are also at times epic. There's also a three-way fight between myself, Jason Statham, and Idris, and we tore that whole set out. You take myself and Jason and you add that third element, and it is just a trifecta of boom.
Any of the physical sort of hand-to-hand stuff is always something I like to sort of hang my hat on. We like to get our hands dirty, and we try and make it as real and visceral as we can. So we're in great hands. We're working with people that we trust and that we're inspired to work with.
David Leitch is an amazing director
who originally made his bones in the stunt world as a stuntman.
Approaches action with a real sort of sense of muscularity, if you like.
I actually threw Dave out of a window on a bus in an old film. So we sort of got a lot of history, me and Dave, and we love to get physical.
And a good amount of it is practical.
We like to put something authentic on camera.
It's really, really cool. I had an opportunity to see the movie, and I can't wait for audience to see it. How are we going to be able to deliver something fresh to the audience, but also make sure that you still have the heartbeat of Fast and Furious? And that heartbeat is the F word. I gotta say it. It is family.
There's always room for family.
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 I'm sorry to bring trouble here, Mama, but I need my brothers.
The themes of the Fast and Furious are about family, loyalty, pulling together as a team, and this film sort of falls into that as well with the storyline. Even though the two main characters are at odds, but there's still that, camaraderie that you expect in these films.
We're a very, very tight family in real life. So to be able to go back to Samoa and showcase with my actual family and Roman Reigns was very, very special. And at the end, you feel that mana that we talk about, and it's very special. So between the action, between the idea of going back and showcasing one of my cultures, Hobbs and Shaw is pretty epic and something very special.